This movie has Dwayne Johnson and Mark Wahlberg, and they're here to pump you up. Pain. Game, directed by Michael Bay. Yeah, you can tell I do not like Michael Bay. I think his movies stink, and this movie is not much better. It's garbage. So Mark Wahlberg is Daniel Lugo, a bodybuilder. Him and his two friends, Adrian Doorbal, played by Anthony Mackie. He plays a bodybuilder that gets messed up by steroids. Paul Doyle, played by The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, decided to kidnap Victor Kershaw, played by Tony Shalhoub, and torture him into signing away all of his assets so they can get rich. You got Rebel Wilson in the film, who plays Robin Peck. She is a nurse that Anthony Mackie falls in love with, and she works in erectile dysfunction. Which, yeah, Anthony Mackie's character has. We have to have that in the film. We have Ed Harris playing a private investigator, Ed Dubois. And Ken Jeong is in the film as Johnny Woo. And the movie stinks. This movie has terrible dialogue. Not all the jokes are funny. Some of the jokes are funny, but the ones that are not are either annoying or they fall flat. Like you have Anthony Mackie drinking breast milk in one scene. Gross! I'm not kidding. There's a couple scenes with dildos in this film. Yeah, not typical for Michael Bay to have. And a lot of the mistakes in the movie that these three criminals make, I can't believe that three human beings would actually make. I mean, one of the things they do is they leave an important piece of evidence lying around for a dog to chew on. That makes no sense. I mean, this evidence that they leave, which I don't want to spoil if you decide to see the movie, can be traced back to them very easily. Because the police would have that kind of thing on record. But no, they leave it behind for a dog to chew on, because Michael Bay obviously thinks that's funny. This movie has way too many points of view of what happened in this true story. You have Danny Lugo's point of view, Mark Wahlberg's character. You have Victor Kershaw's point of view, Tony Shalhoub's character. You have Paul Doyle giving his point of view, Dwayne Johnson's character. You have Adrian Doorbal giving his point of view, Anthony Mackie's character. You have Ed Dubois giving his point of view, Ed Harris's character. Everybody gives their point of view. Even the bimbo that is only there for sex appeal gives her point of view of what happened in this true story. You don't need this many, you need like 15 points of view of what happened. This feels like a reality show more than a movie based on a true story. All you really need to tell this true story is you need Danny Lugo's point of view, since he's the mastermind behind the whole event. And you need Victor Kershaw's point of view, since he is the victim. The other points of view can be given in a small summary during the courtroom scene. You don't need it through the whole movie. The plot gets way too convoluted, and it really gets annoying to the audience. The movie runs way too long. This movie is 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it really feels that long. The pacing is terrible in this film. This movie should have been an hour and 45 minutes at the most, in my opinion. Not 2 hours and 10 minutes. I mean, it really feels way too long. And of course, since this is Michael Bay, we have to have slow motion. We have to have guys walking away from big explosions. And we have to have a woman in the film that is only there for sex appeal and can't act at all. I did find some of the jokes from Dwayne Johnson to be pretty funny, and Mark Wahlberg's jokes were pretty funny, but honestly this movie is terrible. I really didn't like this movie at all. I think it is garbage. On my rating scale, I give it a 4 out of 10. Don't see this movie. You're better off going to see the Matthew McConaughey film Mud. That one looks much better. Or wait till next weekend when Iron Man 3 comes out. Now that looks like an awesome film. And this is Big Guy Movie Reviews signing off.